What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. Today I want to talk about the biggest lie in reselling. This is my new store, Reseller Nirvana, which just crossed over 1,000 listings and just crossed over $1,000 a week in profit. Every single week now, it'll make at least $1,000 a week profit on at least $2,500 in sales, right? So I built this store up from nothing, and I got called out on YouTube by Young Saab the King saying, "You probably had a lot of money to start with, and that's why. I'd like to see a challenge starting with $5 to $20 and building it up to $1,000 to $5,000 in sales in 90 days. Well, I actually started this challenge with no money, so $5 to $20 would have been awesome because I could have immediately started buying stuff to resell, but I didn't have that luxury. I had to sell stuff from around the house. As you remember, the first 20 days I could not list items every single day because I didn't have enough money. I had to wait for the item to sell to get the money to buy something else. So that's really important. The secret to making this work is actually low cost, no cost. People want to get fancy. They want to buy something that will help them sell things faster. That's not what helps you sell things faster. What helps you sell things faster is resourcefulness. Me learning that you don't even need to buy a printer. You can go to the post office and they'll print the label for you with the QR code. You can just use free packaging. You can get free supplies from the post office. I got $1 worth of tape from Dollar Tree, and the first 12 items came from my house. So if you're watching this YouTube video, you have either a smartphone or a laptop, so you have some resources to get into the game, and that is the key to building this fast. The first month, I had $1,000 in sales. I reinvested that money back in the new inventory. Second month, I had $3,000 in sales, and this third month will be $10,000 a month in sales. It took me 3 months to get there. Now, I've never in this challenge said that your results will be like mine or that it's easy. It's not easy. I've been showing up every single day for this challenge for the last 74 days in a row. I've missed no days in a row working on this, and I have lots of experience. So it's different, right? But I'm telling you right now that the momentum starts to build. So right now, the goalpost is actually moving, okay? Because I felt a little bit depressed, to be honest, this week because I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. This store has 1,000 items in it, and it makes $1,000 a week profit. My big store has 25,000 items in it. It certainly does not make $25,000 a week in profit, or I would be making like $1.1 million a year just in my eBay store, and I'm not. So that made me feel like I'm leaving a lot of money on the table, and I think it's okay because I'm not depressed because I'm comparing myself to somebody else. I'm depressed because I'm comparing myself to myself. You know, I want my big store to be as good as my best, which is my little store. So if I could get there, imagine making $1 million a year profit on 2.5 million in sales. Now, you do know I live in California, so half of that goes to Uncle Sam, but 500K is still respectable, right, as an income after tax. So the goalpost is moving. It was cool hanging out here, but I want to go to the next goal. So $1,000 a week on $2,500 in sales is okay, but I'm moving the goalpost to $2,000 a week profit in $5,000 a week in sales. Now, my goal is to get there by November 20th, and then after that, the store is going to explode. So I'm going to explain why. And I think that by the end of this year, this store will have more than $1,000 a day in sales, and it'll make $3,000 a week in profit on at least $7,500 in sales, and I'm going to explain why. So this video has a lot of gems in it. Help me out, smash the like button, consider subscribing. If you want tips in building your online store, I'm not telling you guys that you can do this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So I'm just sharing with you guys not to be boastful, but I'm just showing you guys what happens when you reinvest everything back into the store. It moves really fast. So you guys should not be in a hurry. Take your time, learn how to be resourceful. That's the key to all of this. So this is why my store is going to explode. I'm not eligible for top rated seller yet. If you look at my seller level, it says above standard. And when I click on it, there's this really sad little exclamation point that says, hang in there. You'll be eligible to be a top rated seller once you've been a registered user for 90 days. So I started this challenge on July 29th. So I'm not going to be eligible this month because it won't be 90 days yet when the performance evaluation happens on the 20th. So I have to wait all the way until November 20th to get the top rated seller deal. Now, a few things happen. You get a boost in traffic, which already blows my mind because this store has a really high traffic and it has really high sales already. So what happens once I get that boost for being a top rated seller should be awesome, maybe even better. Then you get a 10% final value fee discount. So I don't have to sell as many items because I'll make more profit. I also get a bigger eBay shipping discount, which is exciting because right now it costs like 50 cents more because I don't have that discount because I'm not top rated seller. So I'm going to get 3 bumps: cheaper final value fees, cheaper shipping, more traffic, which is very exciting. Then I'm going to start getting more combined shipping sales and more repeat customers. So if you guys go to your performance sales tab right here, scroll to the center of the page, it will tell you how many of your buyers are repeat. So this month I had 9 repeat buyers, which is pretty cool. I'm actually going to change this to the last 90 days. So you can change the settings. So I'm going to go back to the original date I started this challenge, and I'm going to go until today, the 12th of October, and generate this report and come look down here. So I've sold 454 items since I started this challenge, and I've had 12 repeat buyers. So that's awesome. And I've done some things to try to create more repeat customers. And so that's going to help because it's easier to sell to an existing customer than find a brand new customer. So I'm heavily using the coupons to get people to come back to my store. So that will help me sell more items, more repeat customers. So also, when I started this challenge, I had no money. Now I don't have no money anymore. Now I have $4,933 to buy stuff. Okay, that's how much profit I've generated in the last 74 days. It's very different with no money and with $4,900 in money. Now, of course, there's something that I have to talk about again, which is my number one recommendation for starting an eBay store is to get a job. The first thing you should do is get a job so you can live off that income while you reinvest the money back into this. If you want to have the same results as me, you should have another way of paying your bills. Because if you have to take money out of this steam engine that we're building right now, it's not going to grow like this. You're basically suffocating your new business by taking money out of it to buy Taco Bell. Not cool. Not cool for your new business. Let the money reinvest and marinate in your store for hopefully a couple years, and it'll be unbelievable. So, okay. Now I have $5,000, which means I can buy more in bulk. I can get my items a little bit cheaper. I can get more items, and it'll help me build a draft bank. So in this new store, the draft bank is already getting pretty epic. It is at 453 listings already, and the store only has 1,000 items in it. So right now I'm pushing myself to list as many items as possible into the draft bank because I really don't want to miss any more. I don't want to miss any days ever. I want to have this set up so I have at least 1 to 2 weeks of buffer. You know, I have a baby that just turned 6 months old, so anything could happen. I want to have a buffer. In case something happens, I can take some time off and never miss my listing goal. So very important. So I want to talk about one final thing before we take off today, which is it's not the optics, okay? So if somebody's driving a Lamborghini or somebody's talking about some crazy thing they found at Goodwill, it doesn't matter, okay? It's the inside of your store that matters, and no one talks about it on YouTube because it's not exciting, okay? So somebody just wrote a comment saying, what are you expecting? People are unsubscribing from your channel because it's educational. They're on YouTube for entertainment. That actually makes sense to me. So if you're watching this channel for entertainment, it's probably very boring. Somebody posted also that they feel like this is a reality TV show and it's fake. Don't you think if I was making a reality TV show that was fake, I could come up with something more interesting than the inside of your eBay store, which is just numbers and traffic? This is your idea of a reality TV show? This is the worst reality TV show ever. I'm talking about how many people look at your store, how many of them click, and how many of them buy something. That's what you want to watch for entertainment? Oh, man, that really is surprising because this is not an entertainment channel. Okay, so I'm glad that I'm not in charge of running an entertainment channel because I wouldn't know how to do it. This is just literally how the sausage is made. So for me, I have a sourcing route. I hit the same stores every single week, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to get. So I also have an idea of how many items I can list because here's one of my bigger secrets, which is when I get to work every day, the items are ready to photograph. I don't have to do any prep work. I do that at the end of the day. So before I leave, I make sure the next day is easy. Future me has been thinking present me for a long time now. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, as optimistic as I sound, I feel really kind of odd because I know there's so much more that I could be. There's so much more you could be at home. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. And I think that a lot of people see it as like you're beating up yourself and you're being hard on yourself. But I don't look at it that way. I feel like there's so much more all of us could be. I don't know how to look at that. I don't know how to convey that to everyone. And I feel like that's a positive thing. There's more that you can give. You can give more to your family. You can give more to yourself. You can take this show is called Daily Refinement. If you're okay with where you are at, if you're content, what's the point of refinement? If you're already perfect how you are, why are you watching this channel? So I see it as a positive thing. And I don't know, because it does sound kind of negative, right? Saying, you know what, you could be better. Sounds negative. But for me personally, I think it's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind daily refinement. It certainly makes life more interesting and more exciting to try to improve yourself every day, in my opinion. So again, please smash the like button if you agree, and hit the dislike button if you disagree. That's completely fine. And I just think it's really important, guys. The biggest lie in reselling is that you need a lot of money to start. Money definitely hurts you in the beginning. It really does. So I appreciate you guys. Join the Facebook group at patreon.com/the My colleague and I, Tech and Sports, have been running it for a little over a year now. Let me pull up the Patreon so you guys can see it real quick. Resellers Podcast. So go to patreon.com/the If you want to listen to our show, we've been doing it for a year now. It's $4.99. It's the best value on the internet because you get 54 episodes of us talking about how to do this full time. For $5, that's unbelievable. $35, you can join our Facebook group. Get in there. Somebody asked me today what they should do if they want mentorship. I know exactly what you should do. Join the Facebook group. Post in the group what it is that you're working on, what level you're at, and what your goals are, and people can help you flush it out. Okay, it's all about just talking about, thinking about what you're working on. One of the reasons why I do this YouTube video, these videos, is it's a journal entry for me. These notes that I'm writing on the right side, I actually keep all these notes. So last week a few days ago when I passed $1 million in sales, I have that as sort of a milestone for myself. I think it's important to celebrate the wins, right? So once I hit $1 million in sales, I wanted to upgrade my cell phone. I've had the same cell phone for 4 years. So I thought, you know what, let's make some kind of a goal. So hit the goal, buy myself a new iPhone. The thing is that it kind of sucks with that is that since you upgrade your phone every few years, or some people every year, or some people every half year, you don't really keep that. So it's almost like I should buy myself something that's a little bit more permanent than an iPhone, but something, right? Reward yourself for the little things as you continue to grow. And I think it's important to share. That's why I do this channel. If you look at my channel from 4 years ago and compare that to the person that I am now, it's quite different. The contrast is dramatic. And when you watch this channel 4 years from now, it'll be even more different. So again, compare yourself with yourself. And if you're depressed with what you see in the mirror, I don't find a problem with that. Okay, I feel like there's more that you could be. And I don't know. I'm really stuck on that because I feel like being a bit depressed with where you're at is just so motivating. I want my big store to be like my little store. I want my big store to grow up like my little store. As weird as that sounds, I would love to make $25,000 profit a week in my big store. That's exciting. So appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button. Consider subscribing. Peace.